the where I need to be?
Yeah. Alright, we're live. Yo, sorry about tech issues. Coming at you with the last one of the year before we're taking a 2-week break for Christmas and New Year's, and then we will be back next year. Just me and Fanny tonight. Looks like a pretty slow night, what it was the last 2 Christmases. So we're going to run through these. And then just know, beginning of next year, we are going to be doing some tournaments, it looks like. So, you know, just be on the outlook for that. You're probably on the email list if you've sent us something before, so you'll get an email about it. Also follow us on social. We'll talk about it on there. And you might see something on YouTube, you know, like a post or something. So
I just need to get to the spreadsheet.
So can you duplicate that one and then delete the stuff? You know what I mean?
I think so. I think I know what you mean.
I don't want to tell you because last time I told you how to do something on the computer, you said I was treating you like you were dumb. Remember that?
I do remember that. I vaguely remember.
You know, I thought I was being a jerk, but now I'm afraid. Now I'm afraid to say anything to you. I only see 2 things in here, though. We got Scott Brindley and 16.
So hold on. Am I good to delete just everything?
No, make a duplicate first.
Right. This is a duplicate.
Yeah, then delete everything but the stuff at the top.
Okay.
Like the labels. Scott Brindley. Ooh. That Kush America ad. There's only 1 person in the chat. I'm talking to myself. Hey, oh wait, that might be me. I'm trying to read the chat. But if it's not me, what is, or have you finished your Christmas shopping?
We have. And you know why ours is so impressive? Because we literally gift to like 20 fucking people.
Yeah, I try to keep it small, man, because it gets to be too much.
Yeah, but that's just our families. Like, we didn't get for anybody.
It's your family. Nah, my family's adding people, though.
Becca keeps adding a person
Becca
at some point we have to stop
Yeah,
her.
she added Diego the year before, and then
now
a kid,
Ellie, and then
now she's
next year
pregnant
there's
again.
going to be another baby.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
There should be a limit to how many people you can add.
Your parents added 6 people.
Yeah, but you know what? I was the first, so I couldn't stop them.
You were the most able to stop them.
Yeah.
Let's see, where's this chat at? Did you put the first one in there yet?
Oh, sorry, no. Submission link. Oh, wait, hold on. And this is by 16. Sorry, I'm filling it in. Okay, the first one's in there.
All right, so we got 16 beats. Shout out 16. I feel like I haven't seen 16 in a second. All the way across the pond. All right, this is called Saloon. Okay, interesting. so that was Saloon by 16. Only thing I could even say kind of negative, but it was a little longer than I think. I think you could have ended it, but you know what?
Yeah, that was gonna be my only thing too.
I really liked it. I thought that was fire as fuck.
Yeah, I actually really like it too. I don't know why it gave him Saloon vibes, but he was right in naming it that because it totally gave me Saloon vibes as well. And I feel like it would be like a good like emotion picture. You know, it would be like in a blockbuster action movie, I feel.
Yeah, no, I could see that. I could see it in a movie.
Yeah.
But I was about to say I might rap on that. I don't know. I might. He's got it on private, so I'm gonna see what's up with that. But I like that beat a lot. Excuse me. But 16 beats, bump it, fire as fuck. And yeah, I fuck with that. All right, we're getting to Scott Brinley.
Nothing. So
There's nothing else. We might just call it. Merry Christmas.
Might just go celebrate.
All right, so we got Scott Ridley, aka Eddie Woods Jr., which is his actual name. This is Chips. Okay, so Chips by Eddie Woods Jr. You keep getting better and better, man. And
I agree.
Yeah, that was really good. I liked it. Was kind of like, you know, that Jay Dilla, you know, flipping through records, that kind of feel. But and it was done really well. Like that was something that could have been on Selection and or something like that. The biggest thing where I could say that you would actually improve that, because the musically I enjoyed it. Great sample choice. Most of what you did was really good. Honestly, specifically the mixing of the drums, and maybe like it could also be a little bit more the mixing. You might maybe want to like stack a little bit more drum samples. That might have been something I think that could have gotten you there as well. But like the drums kind of felt almost like backgrounds, and they were cool sounding. Like I liked the feel of the drums. Like I liked the rhythm that you had going, and I thought it deserved to like cut through and stand in the front more. And I think you could accomplish that maybe by working a little bit more with the dynamics there and really making them like kind of like cut and punch through, you know, like having more punch in the clap. The kick was sitting there pretty good, but I mean, really it was the clap. I feel like if you could really make that like kind of cut through and lead everything more, I think it might be as simple as turning it up. It might be stacking some samples on top of it, you know. It was a little bit too thin and behind everything for me. But other than that, I really liked the whole thing. I thought it was dope. Bump it.
Hold on, I'm putting the Eloy's track.
Oh, Eloy had to come in. Ooh, Eloy keeping us late.
I think what happened is we told everybody, like, this is the last of the year, and then everybody believed it.
Yeah, because it was. I was tight with it. Let's get this Eloy. Ooh, shout out to Eloy for the $2. Hey, thank you, my man. Eloy helping us keep the lights on, and he sent us an MP3 file.
Eloy's stuff's been hella exploratory lately.
Yeah, me and him are gonna get in the studio soon.
Love in shadow, gonna explore it all. Love in your shape and your size, oh yeah. I'ma paint this picture on the wall. Promise I won't miss any flaws. Love your structure, your texture, your legs, your arms. You're my canvas now, don't be alone. Gently brushing out the image I see, bringing it to my reality. I don't seek to find Picasso, baby. Can I get abstract? Would you like that? Oh, still it could be amazing. Let's make some artwork, Picasso, baby. Everything comes off, no holding back. Here's a new position, stay like that. I don't seek, I find Picasso, baby. And I promise it's just for you and me. Body on body and put in the bed. Sweat drip dripping from your head. Means you put in the work like artists do. You need a second, damn, I'm killing you. Now it's your turn to draw on my curves. Don't stay inside the lines and turn. Say my lips just right and my hips don't lie. And I'm a piece of work that got you mesmerized. I don't seek, I find Picasso, baby. Can I get abstract? Would you like that? Oh, still it could be amazing. Let's make some artwork, Picasso, baby. Everything comes off, no holding back. Here's a new position, stay like that. I don't seek, I find Picasso, baby. And I promise it's just for you and me.
Poetic language, knowing that the weight is folding. I've been molding up Picasso, baby. Let's a rolling, hold on, stringing on focus. Mine is too open, the hallway and closing. Figure me losing my loathing. Loving myself in the open. You abstract and I like that. Would you fight back if I figure your frame on the right track? And my mind blank, but my canvas stay covered in war paint. I yell for you, but I'm out of tune and I can't presume you're on my wall hanging. Baby girl, you crazy, there's a persuasion. Even the rose got a thorn, it's embracing me.
Find studio time because he wasn't able to find studio time, and by the time I was able to find studio time, you were able to hit me up. So now I'm just here, faded as fuck, trying to find life.
That was tight.
Yeah, you know what? I have so many comments.
Okay.
So to start off, I wanted to ask Eloy if this is the same girl. I think her name is Veronica, who does all your...
It sounded different, right?
It sounded different to me, so that's why I just wanted to ask you. So here's one thing that I do applaud Eloy for. Sometimes it feels like it like fills like a void. Like I feel like, yes, we have like Beyonce and we have like Cardi B and Megan, and they're amazing. I'm not taking like that's like a lot of what I bump, but I feel like there was a lack of like sexy music. I feel like there hasn't been like sexy singing in a while, and I feel like this, like, remember like last week when we were gonna have the verses with like Ashanti and Keisha Cole, and everybody was like all the girls are like freaking out because I feel like we miss a little bit more like sexy
I think it's like we're missing like
vocals.
ballads.
Yeah.
Like
So
like where it was like slow like that. And the
yeah,
vocals
like
were in front.
sexy music. So I think that was a perfect song selection. I loved it.
Yeah, no real shit. Hey, and shout out Scrappy, giving Ela that 10 out of 10. Yeah, that shit was fire. I thought whoever she was singing, very talented. I was a bit. I thought I was about to say, I'm like, bro, is this like some next level art where you directed it, and then he finally came on at the end, and then his part was sick, and it was just enough. I could see through like it's hard to see the title in there, but it was like an interlude type track. I could see that fitting really well on a tape like that. So I don't know. It was definitely something you could just like vibe to. Like you just like I just wanted to like let it run, and her voice sounded so great. It was mixed very well, so everything. I don't know. I don't got much to say on that one. I thought it was very well executed.
Yeah.
That's true. That is true. What we got next? We got a Scrappy track. What is this? Is this new Scrappy? Is this a beat? Is it music? I don't know. "12 Days Old." Okay.
¿Quiénes de nosotros no hemos tenido algo de bohemios durante nuestras vidas, sobre todo durante nuestra juventud? ¿Quiénes de nosotros no hemos vivido veladas como estas?
Tú que has viajado tanto ahora, Diana, con lo de tu título de Miss Mundo, debes de haber escuchado música internacional de Álvaro Carrillo. ¿Te gusta la música romántica?
Claro.
Entonces esto lo conoces fácil.
Tanto tiempo disfrutamos de este amor, nuestras almas se acercaron tan. No soy nada, yo no tengo vanidad de mi vida. Doy de mi
Okay, so that was "Demi Vida" by Scrappy Flacco. Sample choice, the way you chopped it, the effects you put on the sample, Maj, everything is there. Not only really fucking good, a lot better than the last time I heard you do that. So so you're definitely, I know it's something you work on a lot. And by the way, bro, next time you pull up, remind me to give you those records, or just let you go through and pick whichever ones you want. That sounds like something you pulled from a record, and great ear if that's what it is. I'd be curious on maybe where you found the record or which record it was, if you want to share that. I know some people don't like it. So the only things I would talk about changing, your kick and snare sample. So let me get back over. So the kick is the main one. So the kick, I think you picked a very round, electronic almost. Like I would use that in something where I put like a 4 to the floor kick, where you know, a different kind of kick. For this, I would maybe go with something. You can use something that big sounding, but you know how it kind of had when I'm saying it's round, like the way like the dynamic was shaped, like it's a kind of longer kick. Try to use maybe like a shorter kick for something like this. And like we're talking here like in the milliseconds, but those really change the feel of like a drum sound. You could even try taking the same kick and taking the attack envelope, the ADSR or AHD, whichever one you see in there, and you can switch between them usually. And then peel back the hold time or the delay time. And then with the snare, I actually like that snare sound. I think you should have turned it up. But I think you maybe should also maybe stacked like a clap or another more traditional snare sound on top of it too to give it some more crack. And then I would have turned that up, and then after working with that kick, it might be fine, but you might need to turn the kick down slightly. Those are the only two things I would change about this. And so some kind of like tweaks to the drum mixing / sound selection. I think I would maybe experiment with just plugging different kicks in there too. Not that one's like particularly, but you could either shave it or try messing with just like different kicks you might have. Those would be the only two things that are that. That's a bump it for me. I fucked with that a lot.
Yeah, I also really liked it.
Fine with YouTube vids is the wave. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, I just wanted to respond to something he said. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I really liked it. It sounded really familiar. So I was trying to place it like the entire time.
That main sample was so sick. And then the way he came in over here later and blended the vocals.
Yeah.
That was very...
No, I think you did a really good job. And I feel like, I don't know, even though he did like his own thing, I feel like the vocals were like still like how they were intended. They were like still romantic. And
what was the guy saying?
Play it back, I'll tell you. It was like...
What does that mean?
The thing before he cut out, he said, "I don't have vanity." It's a love.
What does Demi Vida mean?
Of my life. It's a love song. So that's why I felt like it didn't, like, even though Scrappy did his own thing to it, I don't think it took away from like the romantic notion that it is. But I fucks with ballads. This is like the type of music my parents listen to. So like what I listen to when you're not in the car and I can like cry about it. But I think you did a really good job, Scrappy.
Yeah, I thought it was tight. I thought that beat was sick as fuck. That's probably my favorite beat I've heard from you yet, too.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so Brandon of Japan, If You Love Me. Let's see that new
Wow,
DOJ.
the guys are getting romantic today. All love songs.
Constantly stay haunting me, you roam around. If you love me, let me go. Had enough for you, cause you're bad for me. If I loved you, I would let you know. But I'm bad for you, had enough for me. Like everywhere we go, you're just always on your phone. And I know that you don't know that I know you talk to Joe. So I played a passive role as you played me for a joke. But I know that you don't know that I'm still talking to Zoe. So we fucking on the low as you suck his dick and go. How to know that this is wrong? We just blame it, we're both young. Are you wrong? Are you right? Am I right? Are you wrong? Are you right? Am I wrong? Are we done? Cause I'm gone and I'm sick and I'm numb. Play this song, hear a clip. If you love me, let me go. Had enough for you, cause you're bad for me. If I loved you, I would let you know. But I'm bad for you, had enough for me. Some dancing in between the bars upon the balcony, like a spirit passing in the car, observing what he sees. Not in service of the purpose, like the burden of a seed. Often cursed words disperse the birds, a hostage of the breeze. If you love me, let me go. Had enough for you, cause you're bad for me. If I loved you, I would let you know. But I'm bad for you, had enough for me. If you love me, let me go. Had enough for you, cause you're bad for me. If I loved you, I would let you know. But I'm bad for you, had enough for me.
That was my favorite Brandon of Japan song ever.
Ever? I was about to say it's not my favorite ever, but I liked a lot of
it has all the kinds of moments I enjoy.
I loved that If You Love Me.
I don't feel like it was as depressive as some of his other music.
Yo, what's up, Magic?
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, I fucked with it.
I feel like, here's the thing with Brandon. I feel like, is this on private?
Yeah, it's on private.
Okay, that's my problem with Brandon. Because I actually feel like as an artist, he puts out quality content, both music and videos. I could give this to 10 bitches and they would be putting flowers in their hair and be bumping it all fucking day long. He's so ready, but it's on private. And I don't understand that. That's my problem.
He's always like that. That's his whole thing. He's, private gang. I was gonna say though that actually, I felt like, though the main background thing, it was just like kind of like, I kind of wanted a break from it. I felt a little fatiguing from it. I wanted something maybe a little different in the beginning. So it was mostly kind of like a production thing. Like from the beginning, it was just like.
I agree with you on
the
that.
The whole time.
Yeah.
But I loved the vocal melodies he was doing, the backgrounds and everything, and he's really good at those. But I felt like he did something different that he normally does, and it went across really well. So,
like it's stuck in my head right now.
Good. Yeah, it is catchy.
Like,
yeah,
love me. It's stuck in my head. It's gonna be stuck in my head for a few days.
I believe that. Is that the last one?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. All right, gang. So that was the last one until the new year. Nice little light one before Christmas. So we're gonna have Christmas and the New Year's off. So the next 2 weeks, and then we'll be back the following Friday. And we will be doing some tournaments at the beginning of the year, so keep an eye out for that. If you don't already, follow us on socials. We'll announce it there. If you've submitted, you'll see it in your emails. Keep an eye out for emails from Kush. And, yeah, follow us on there, and you'll hear about the tournaments, and we'll be back soon.
So tournaments at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about it. I don't know. You'll hear more about it soon.
Oh, wait, hold on. Do you want to let DJ Corlex set one?
Send it real quick, man.
Yeah, it is. Scrappy, I think we all said like, last week's was the last one, and I think people got confused. So we don't have a lot of submissions right now. Oh, shameless plug. Go pre-save Fanny, Snick's song.
Oh yeah, Snick has a new song coming out. It's called Fanny, because Fanny donated to his fund where he promised what was it?
If you donate for his headphone charity event that he was having,
yeah,
you could have a song named after you. And everybody forgot. Like, people sent him money, but they're all stupid and they all forgot.
But none of them asked for it, and she was the only one that did. Who's beat of the night, though? It's between you, Scott Bridley, and 16.
I don't know. I like the 16 one.
I was going to say, bro, I got to say 16, low key.
16,
I would actually put you above Scott Brindley's, though.
Yeah, agreed.
Even though Scott Brindley was really good.
Scrappy, you definitely came in second. 16's literally made me want to take you to Tombstone. I'm like, let's go to Tombstone.
Well, I just know that Scott Brindley beat. I was like, I might need to jack that beat.
The 16 beat?
Yeah, that 16 beat. Did I say Scott Brindley? I meant 16. The 16 beat. I'm like, I might need a rap on that beat.
Yeah. No, I was fucking with it. It made me think of Arizona.
A whole half hour.
Yeah, I mean, people are busy. People are Christmas shopping. EK's got some panic shopping to do, you know. People are staying at home quarantining. Arizona's like the worst hit state right now. So I think people are just...
it's just Christmas time.
Yeah,
it's always like this at Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, people
This
are
is
like...
the time of the year where everybody's going, oh, shit, I need to still buy like a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And they're trying to figure out where to get the money and how to make it stretch and...
Do I need to work overtime to make it happen?
Can we get our checks early?
Am I going to get a bonus? So I still haven't gotten anything from Corlex.
Corlex, you're running
I'm going to give you 2 more minutes.
You have to 7:20. Me and Scrappy will be doing a Muy Chingon this Friday if you really are starved for more Kush content, as I understand many of you might be.
What Friday?
Or Monday.
Oh, okay.
Did I say Friday?
Yeah, you did.
Oh man, the time is rolling down for you, Corlex.
Yeah.
It's going.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, there it is. what you probably will see from me during these next 2 weeks, if you follow me on social and shit, I'm going to be starting, I don't forget the logistics of it yet. I think I'll be starting a Twitch channel, and then we'll be seeing where I'll be posting videos. But I'm going to be doing Civilization 6 and Crusader King streaming, some content around that. I already know. First thing I'm doing with first video for YouTube is going to be role-playing Crusader Kings as Bernie Sanders. Shit, bro. I'm about to start being on Discord more because I'm going to be doing this streaming shit. So I'm sorry, man. I barely ever check Discord. I try to use it, but I only ever check it when I get on to play a game, which is like in a game that is on computer, which is like once a week when we play Phasmophobia. But then I end up using my brother's fucking Discord, so actually I don't.
Maybe I would try reaching G through Instagram. He said he wanted to talk to you about plugins and stuff like that. That would be like questions that he files for a producer pocket.
Yeah, but I could still like.
Yeah, I mean he will answer them.
Yeah, and that I might do a producer pocket on it because those are good questions.
Did you do your? Oh yeah, you did it on your iPad upgrade, huh?
Yeah, I did it on my iPad. All right, so this is the new Corlex. I think it's called Desires. Work in progress. Okay. We should knock out the magic real quick, and then we can get dudes. Hey, if it's not there after I play this magic beat, though, it's not getting played. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
But real quick on that one, I liked actually very similar to Scrappy's beat. I think but a little bit different. The kick and the snare need to be worked on because everything the music on that was dope.
Yeah.
The sample and the keys perfect. I liked the like Foley water samples in the background. The drum programming was fine, so like the rhythm and everything was good, but the snare was so like wet and flimsy and lower than everything else. And then the kick, I felt like the kick was fine. It was probably just the comparison to because the relationship of those kind of defines how they sound. I would just say literally that one thing, but the snare was like, it was almost like out of place how weak it was compared to everything else. Everything else was so good. The music of that is some of my favorite music I've heard in a beat in a long time. It was super sexy, soulful. So yeah, that was dope. I would still bump it. I mean, I'm not gonna take it off just for the snare, but that is an important part. I would just switch that one thing. That's me personally. What'd you think of it though?
I was thinking Scrappy's right. All these guys are lonely. All them be sending sexy music. Actually, I liked it. The only thing I disagree with you on is I didn't like the water noise in the background.
I think you could have maybe turned that down and then also low passed it a little bit with the water noise actually, because it kind of faded in with
it was too prominent for me.
Yeah, and that's what makes it like with those stuff and like low passing it will make it sound so much further away, and usually make things more natural. I don't know. I feel like I've been low passing a lot more things than I used to recently after kind of like noticing how it can affect something instead of using like that volume. You can do a lot with making something sound more natural. Okay, so we got 148 BPM Sandstone by Magic
And
Ninja.
Magic donated, so thank you.
Hey, shout outs Magic for the dono, man. I appreciate you. All right, let's run this. It's best if you send like a SoundCloud or YouTube or even an Alright, so that was Sandstone by Magic Ninja. And he, if I'm not mistaken, he's been using a lot more FL lately. I do like a lot more what you've been doing lately, and I wanted to say something specifically about this one. As far as using your guitars in a more modern beat, I think this is the best example I've seen you do of it, because it wasn't overdone, and the way you did it was like it was like an answer to like a musical part of the beat, and I really thought that fit very well. I did like a couple more of your beats like this the last week, and I would just say mostly just because nothing was wrong with it, and the drums were particularly good. I felt like it never really had like a
moment.
Yeah, like it never really like I think it was more maybe the arrangement. Maybe you should have had everything cut out maybe a little bit more at some part or anything, but it kind of just all kind of went together, and I could never really tell where I was at for a part. So it kind of was just like going. The biggest thing that captured me about it was like as I was kind of listening to it was the guitars. But I wish there was maybe like a part where like maybe even if everything cut out and allowed the guitars to shine more, blew up, or like maybe if there was like a part where all the drums came out or something, you know what I mean? Like something like that. It just never, it didn't feel like it was progressing as it was going through, even though it wasn't really a loop, you know what I mean? But the other thing I would tell you too is the stereo image was actually like extremely impressive on it. Like it had a really strong center, and I was just listening to my headphones, and the way you had like the Congo type drums, right? And you had them like the different notes of it like panned in different directions, made it feel very natural, like the way it felt with the stereo image. So I don't know, I was impressed by that. What are you trying to do?
Where did my thing go?
What you're doing isn't a...
Oh, thank you.
Did we get that one from that other dude?
Yeah, and then we got a second one, so I actually did put it in there.
All right, so let's get Drift.
Magic, I like the
go ahead.
So like the beginning, the intro felt like a little like video game-ish to me, so it didn't really capture me until your guitar came in. And once the guitar came in, I liked it a little bit more. I felt like the guitar was actually a little bit too quiet. Like I would have made it a little bit louder.
I liked it in a lot of the parts. I would have liked the volume of the guitar to be more dynamic. I would have liked a part where it was louder.
Yeah. So that, yeah, kind of the same thing, but it was good.
All right, so we got Drift. This is Bye 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 featuring Lux and Valius. I hope I'm saying that right. So this is Bye Bye Bye.
No. I said, why are you wasting my time? I said, why are you wasting my time? Say goodbye, bye to your heart, cause it is mine. I think you should change, so we'll be better off. We should move on from where we left off. I said, why are you wasting my time? Say goodbye, bye to your heart, cause it is mine. I think you should change, so we'll be better off. We should move on from where we left off. Tell me why these feelings never going by. I can't hide these feelings, never go inside. No. Driving by the feelings, let go and die. Told you I'm always home. Told you that I never let it go. But my body slipping into a trance. Don't care for living, death in the plans. Hate all these women, step out and ran. I'll stick to the drinking, hospital bed. IV dripping. Need more liquor. Sip, sipping. I'm trying to forget. I said, why are you wasting my time? Say goodbye, bye to your heart, cause it is mine. I think you should change, so we'll be better off. We should move on from where we left off. I said, why are you wasting my time? Say goodbye, bye to your heart, cause it is mine. I think you should change, so we'll be better off. We should move on from where we left off. Cry myself to sleep now. I can barely even sleep, you in my dreams now. Hard to even get some peace when I'm all tweaked out. Hit you up, I'm at my peak, you out of reach now. Where'd you go? Knew you were special, don't wanna forget memories. I use my heart as a vessel. All this space but I can't breathe, I hear the devil protect you. Did he send demons to wreck you? All caps, don't bite boo. I'm here to invite you into my life too. You fight, I light too. The devil done tempted a couple of fools. The joke's on you too, cause when I die from suicide, the blame is on you. I said, why are you wasting my time? Say goodbye, bye to your heart, cause it is mine. I think you should change, so we'll be better off. We should move on from where we left off. I said, why are you wasting my time? Say goodbye, bye to your heart, cause it is mine. I think you should change, so we'll be better off. We should move on from where we left off.
Okay, so that was Drift, Bye Bye Bye. I think it's featuring one other person, Lux Valius, I guess. Lux X Valius. Anyway, so Bye Bye Bye. So the main thing, obviously, it's not mixed very good. And specifically what I'm saying is, like, each different vocal section, I can hear, like, an audible, like, either it was recorded different or you had different mic settings or something like it. There wasn't any degree of, like, it even felt like naturally you guys were in the same room. As far as the performances, they weren't bad. You both can have, like, pretty decent voices.
I liked your guys' voices.
With your hook, the hook was catchy until the last bar. I'm going to kind of pinpoint it so I can tell you what I'm talking about.
So we'll be better off. We should move on from where we left off.
It doesn't match. And I feel you need to catch stuff like that. You need to do something different right there. What you have right there, it doesn't feel as good as the rest of this.
We left off. I say, why are you wasting my time? Say goodbye, bye to your heart, cause it is mine. I think you should change, so we'll be better off. We should move on from where we left off.
It's like you're switching like a whole like key, like you're on an off key note.
Do you know
right
like
there.
when songs like you might even like you're hearing like a song for the first time, but you hear it like you hear the hook once and it's pretty simple, so sometimes you might not even like have heard the hook yet, but you can kind of guess the words coming after it.
Yeah,
that wasn't I totally agree with you. That wasn't happening here. Like I was not at all. Ear was not expecting.
It should sound pretty predictable. Most good music is pretty predictable. As far as I think the first verse was better than the second verse, but I thought they were both pretty good. The main thing was just like that mixing kind of deal. I would just say, and the beat was just okay. Like it wasn't super bad or anything like that. It says here this is your debut single. If that's your first track, that's way better than my first track. So you've got something in your sound. It says Kid Laroi and Pop Smoke. You sound kind of like Kid Laroi. especially with your style. And I think you're getting that across well. So yeah, man, keep doing it. Send us another one, and let's get into the last one. We got Jonas. Just make it your snare before was only the wet part, right? Put something that cracks like on top of it and leave the old one there, and then you can just play with the volumes for blend. It just needs something to cut through on it too. The tail of it and all the body was fine, but the transient never like poked. Bro, what is going on? It feels like I'm locked in a room and they're playing music outside the room.
They play in the escape room. And they're like, you need to figure out how to
This is like first person view. You're locked in the closet, hiding from evil clowns, and they're fucking playing music in the other room. Do you hear like this little music like far away, like? And it's like, but for some reason the hi-hat's like right in my ear. Absolutely no sweat, bro. Send us more, man. That's dope that you got a producer you can work with like that, though. Bro, is this one just gonna keep doing this? Yeah, it does that for
Okay, so he said. By the way, I didn't even tell you that. So I noticed when I put his name in, he didn't have an artist name. He says I haven't come up with one, and he said I don't want to be that dude, but I started making beats 3 days ago because I was born in lockdown, and I got really hooked. So this is my very first beat. Let me know.
This sounds like my first beats. Like they have no sensibility or anything. So here's what. So I'm gonna. This is gonna feel like, oh my god, I should never make music again. But you're brand new, right? So a couple things here. So you don't have a snare. So here's what I would say. The biggest thing if you're starting to make beats and everything, like everybody wants to be like, I want to be different. I want to be, and that's good. You don't lose that, but learn to follow the rules before you break them. Yeah. Because like with all this music that you're like, oh, he's so innovative. Like most of the things that the guy is doing is literally in every other song. Like one of them is having a snare on 2 and 4. So meaning, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those claps are where you need a snare to give the song some spine. So just start there. Just like a lot of times when I sit there and I start making a beat, the first thing I do, I just put in 2 snares. I'm not saying you have to do that, but that just starts giving me a semblance of like how fast I'm going already and everything, and then I let the kicks kind of determine the groove. So put a snare on 2 and 4, and then you want to think of like. You can do things that sound unnatural and they can be really cool, but they're usually you want to start with everything feeling normal and natural, right? And then you can introduce stuff like that to throw people off. So you have like hi-hats panned going back and forth, and they're very high frequency, so they sound very close and in my ear. They sound like someone in my ear going tss, tss, tss. When you hear high frequencies in your ear, it makes it feel like it's close. So you have that. And then you have this like melody part, but it's super like it sounds like I'm in a closet and they're playing it outside of it, right? Because it's so muffled in the background. So I mean, you probably don't want to do that. Maybe you could do it for like a part of a song, right? But you want to have some music that people can hear. Since you're just starting this, you're probably also seeing like the mixer, and most people like turn up the bass. I mean, I would have so much problems with the bass, and it takes a long time to kind of like. Really learn, and I'm not going to go. There's a lot of YouTube videos that'll tell you better than I could real quick about setting those levels. But don't let the bass is like black paint. Don't let it overwhelm. Thanks for the dono magic. Don't let it overwhelm everything. And yeah, you know what I mean? Just kind of work with that. So when I'm talking about sounding natural, you have things like some things that sound close to you, some things that sound far away. And there's not really a sensibility with that there. And then beyond that, so start with, like I said, with the snares thing. As far as the music for the beat and everything, try making some beats with samples first. Don't feel like weird about doing that, It'll really give you a sense of how to form the music. So like try to like go, if you don't have any money, go to Reddit and just go to like sample packs, or if you do, you know, you can either buy some sample packs or get Splice. Try a Splice trial, get Splice free for like 14 days or whatever it is, and get some loops that are like, you know, a 4-bar trap loop, and then put drums and bass on it. You know what I mean? And you'll start to really get a sense of like, oh, okay, I see how this kind of comes together. But so yeah, we'll move on to, did Magic send in one more?
Magic and Drift both sent in another one.
I see. All right, let's get this Magic. It's called A Few Pieces Missing. I'm about to have a few pieces missing.
Set up to fall down, get up only to run around. I'm broken, you keep your words unspoken. Head up with no crown, the weight's convincing me to drown. I'm falling, I'm stalling. I've got a few pieces missing. Try to stand, but I'm listing. Try to scream, no one's listening. No more dreams, the next thing. A few pieces missing. Wake up to dark sounds. Grinded only to run aground. I'm broken. I don't wanna be your token, unless I'm homebound. Just make sure the clock's rewound. I'm calling, I'm falling. I've got a few pieces missing. Try to stand, but I'm listing. Try to scream, no one's listening. No more dreams, just the next thing. Just a few pieces missing. 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 I've got a few pieces missing. Try to stand, but I'm listing. Try to scream, no one's listening. No more dreams, just the next thing.
So first off, I want to say I actually really liked the choices you made with the way the guitar, like that one that's just starting right there, was mixed. It reminded me a lot of like Black Album Metallica, the way that came together. As far as like the biggest thing I would say about it is I felt like it was like building to something that didn't really happen. When it got to the few pieces missing part, that was like kind of like the climax. I felt like, I mean, it seems like you've already got the track like pushed as loud as it can go, so maybe you should find a way to like make it quieter before that, so it can kind of like crescendo into something, which is kind of like the thing with the last one. It was an arrangement thing. I just felt like it could have felt like there was more payoff at that part, and I didn't really feel like we got that. That would be my biggest thing with it, but I did think that this is your most like, it was the most straightforward, just rock, not really trying to like mix it with anything else, and I thought that actually served it really well. I thought it worked really well as that. So
I didn't like it, but we all knew that was gonna happen. But like,
I don't think I've heard you ever listen to something like that. Like though.
No,
like,
right,
you know what
exactly.
I mean?
So that's what I'm gonna say. I don't listen to stuff like that. But here's my thing, and here, like, I'm just gonna say it again, even though I've said it every fucking week about a Magic Ninja song, and you said it twice. It always feels like a missed moment. Always. Like, that's like, it never gets to where I think it's gonna get, or it feels like unrhythmic, and then like there's always a buildup. Like, he always has the buildup, but something.
I think sometimes he has a payoff, but I feel like that is something that he misses. Like, that's what
consistently misses, and that's like
last week he was.
Oh
hitting
no,
it a lot.
I feel like last week or the week before that, I was in the stream, and I specifically said, like, I feel like Magic is actually onto something, but it just never like it just, it just
Like
never
he never knows where to
happens.
take it. Like it's a good
Yeah.
setup. I don't know, because that's what I kind of felt. I didn't feel like it was like it was just. Yeah, I mean, missed moment is a good actually word for it. Like it just like missed it right there at that one part. Because I felt like it was crescendoing to something, and it just kind of never really did.
Right, but you said that about like
I
literally
built it
about
in, I
his
just
2
got
tracks
lazy.
day.
What do you mean I built it in? I just got lazy. Are you talking about the final part?
So then it's like, well, then it's like a half. Is it like a half-ass song or like?
Well, that's what he's saying. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I would say if I did something like I just got lazy and didn't finish it. All right, so we got Romeo by Drift. Officiality for Romeo. Is this one newer or older? Okay, it looks like this one's newer, so let's see what's up with it.
He says it's a sound similar to Pop Smoke and the Kid Leroy.
This beat is
Romeo,
familiar.
Romeo.
Where have I heard this
He
beat?
said verses in Tory Lane's broken
Expanded.
style beats.
Ay, ay. A Romeo, Romeo. The way I roll, mess it. The money I make, soon it expand. A Romeo, Romeo. The way I roll, mess it. The money I make, soon it expanded. Big checks, big flex, Ross is out of specs. Riding down that future list, write it down. Diamonds will be flooded all on my wrist. Left fake people, no, they won't be missed. They won't be missed, bite on the bone like bait to a fish. Run it at home, you know what it is. Straight to the dome, full load in the clip. Bap, shit crooked the shh, tell her keep it on low, whoa. If you don't slow, I'm gonna blow. Diamonds on the net, they drip like ice. Somebody I'll buy on check, no price. When you buy, you gon' check that twice. Got a girl saying that I look nice, and I want a playlist, bye. Make a chance tonight, roll that dice. Make a chance tonight, live it right. Make a chance till the sun goes hot. A Romeo, the way I roll, mess it. The money I make, soon it expanded. A Romeo, the way I roll, mess it. The money I make, soon it expanded. Big rocks, all diamonds, all on my ring. Can't even let go, want the same thing. We're getting clout now, that phone always ring. We live it up now, feel like a king.
Maybe.
I have thoughts.
Okay, go ahead.
You know what's funny is like I think it was like I could see like it was rhythmic and it was catchy, but you know when like sometimes a song or something about the song reminded me of something in someone else, and when I know that the someone else does it so way better, it's hard to, you know. You know who it reminded me? There's like a little verse in there that reminded me of K's, and I'm like, oh, but K's does this so good. So then it's like
This sounded nothing like K's to me.
there was a little part to me that I was like, oh, this sounds a little bit like K's to me, and it just in the way that there was a particular part of the song that there was like a little flow, and I'm like, so that's my thing.
So that wasn't. She's talking about an artist that I've worked with, K's, but I think on this one, so you had the same kind of mixing problem, right? So, but and what that your vocal is just kind of like out there on it, and it doesn't sound natural. Like, you know what I mean? Like the beat sounds low in the background. You don't have any reverb on there. I'm hearing too many of like the high end artifacts and stuff like that. So you need to mix the vocals better. But onto like, I think you're probably mostly just rapping, so you want some on that. You need to enunciate better, because when you're doing like the room, like I can barely, and you're like mumbling at parts over here. Like
No blow. Diamonds on the net, they drip like ice. Somebody I'll buy on check, no price. When you buy, you gon' check that twice. Got a girl.
you're not really getting away, because the way it's mixed is it's not able to like kind of like hide the bullshit parts, because everybody's vocal sounds bad when it's not mixed good. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. So you're not even gonna get there without that first, because it's just like the nature of recording vocals. They're overly dynamic. They require a lot of mixing, whereas a lot of other things really don't. You know, a lot of people overmix other shit and undermix their vocals. You need to do the opposite usually. I would focus on really with something like this. I didn't think the flow was that great. I didn't like the Romeo part. I mean, that's just me. So I would just move on to something different.
I didn't even catch that the Romeo part. So I'm like, what?
And I don't know if that beat is from something else or what. I don't know where I've heard that beat.
He said it was a Tory Lane style beat.
Oh, okay. It's probably a beat that I've heard on YouTube then.
Yeah, he said broken a minute style beat.
Okay. Yeah, I've probably heard it on YouTube. But I would just say with that one, I would really kind of work on flow and then work on that enunciation part. You know, you're performing when you're recording it. So record a lot, hear how it sounds, and then you know, if you're not gonna learn to mix it, try to find someone who can. But if you are mixing it, you know, the good part about being pretty bad is that you can get like twice as good, 5 times as good pretty quick by just doing a couple basic things. You know, I don't think the vocal doesn't sound like it was not compressed or barely compressed. It needs reverb. It needs a lot of different things done to it. So the good news is you could do those things and really upgrade it. So I would say focus on that. And
I think that's it.
All right. Hey, we're going to catch y'all in the new year.
Yeah, work on your beats, right? Because you guys are getting ready to announce a tournament. So don't submit shit-style beats if you guys want to be part of it.
No shit-style beats.
No shit-style beats. Pre-save Fanny for Snick.
Yeah, follow Snick on Instagram, and you know what it is. Peace.
Yeah. We